Hey everyone, my name is Cronus and welcome to a full guide on how to master shipment in Tower Battle's Battlefront. I'll be going over as much as I can today, so let's get right into it. Hey, this is post-production Cronus here. I just wanted to throw in a shout out for my boy Shrimp. His comment in the Lone Traitor video has some of the best advice I've seen, so please check it out if you're planning to give that a watch. Anyways, back to the video. Shipment is TBBF's alternate game mode, which is completely separate from the main game. Many aspects such as zombie AI, tower HP and cost, and gameplay style have been altered. It consists of 20 waves where zombies can spawn near one of 2 gates on opposing sides of the map. Each gate has 2 large doors that prevent zombies from reaching the center of the map, provided they have above 0 HP. The center of the map contains a player spawn area, upgrade station, and the vault. The vault is the game's primary objective, and players must prevent it from being destroyed in order to continue. The moment the vault reaches 0 HP, the game ends and the server is shut down. The upgrade station allows players to spend cash on upgrading the HP of gates and the vault, as well as purchasing automated turrets around the map that shoot nearby zombies. HP can also be purchased for the crane, which exists to provide a huge end-of-wave cash bonus if it hasn't been destroyed. Gates and the vault can be repaired for cash, but the crane takes a few waves to reactivate after being destroyed. Zombie mode is completely absent from Shipment, as well as Golden Z. To make up for this, certain tower upgrades are both cheaper and unlock much earlier. Old and new zombies have made their way into Shipment, with bosses 1 through 5 all making an appearance. Boss 3 AI is altered to target gates and the vault rather than players. I'll be referring to anything using this AI as vault killers. A new branch of zombies come into the form of infected towers. This includes Soldier, Fragger, Knifer, Enforcer, Tuber, Flamethrower, and Commando. Each comes with their own unique abilities. Infected Knifers can appear almost anywhere on the map, infected Flamethrowers can sprint and explode upon death, and infected Enforcers can sprint at players for multiple seconds. Elemental zombies are also introduced: Frostbite, Inferno, and Radioactive. Fun fact, Zavid actually joined my private server a few years back and we got to play as an early version of the Radioactive. Fun times. Anyway, these zombies don't do much, but they have pretty high HP and exist to overwhelm defenses with numbers. Advanced zombies have been specially developed to cause as much chaos as possible. Dreads are vault killers that have tons of HP and can perform a devastating stomp. Prototypes can dig underground and sprint with their twin drills to deal massive DPS. Lurkers can blur your screen while dealing passive damage if you're close to them, and Flaweds shoot out bursts of high-damage projectiles while boasting a destructive laser cannon for an arm. 5 new bosses enter the field: Occultist, Elemental, Catastrophe, Armageddon, and Patient Zero. I'll be covering them later, but for now, let's talk strategy. Here's some of the things you'll need to do to give your team the best chance of victory. 1. Luring. This involves taking advantage of enemy pathfinding to withdraw zombies to a more advantageous spot. This is absolutely required for bosses. Enemies target the closest player to them, so it's best to use something like Golden Scout or Knifer to keep zombies away from the vault and crane. It's best to keep them as close as possible to the zombie spawn areas, letting your team set up at the gates. Targeting priority. Knowing what to shoot in the moment is massively important and depends on what tower you're using. Generally though, stronger enemies like boss 5s and prototypes are a must kill at the start of waves. If the gates are down, target boss 3s and dreads to ensure they don't reach the vault. And don't ignore zombies like flawed or infected commandos, as they make it very difficult for towers like Knifer to properly lure the larger enemies. 3. Upgrading and repairing. Buying the automatic turrets, increasing gate and vault HP, as well as repairing them each wave is essential. Without gates, zombies reach the vault much faster and there's nothing to stop vault killers from sending you back to the main game same-day shipping. The turrets are more useful than you think. A server I was in recently saw M being killed easily because he got stuck next to a turret. Poor guy. 4. Actually playing the damn game. Seriously, you have no idea how many people spend half their time in chat rather than killing the zombies. Talk between waves or while you're respawning, okay? 5. Dodging. Certain enemies, mostly bosses, have attacks that feature large shockwaves. Unlike the main game, these can actually be jumped over. Keep an eye on the enemy and know when a shockwave is coming, as they can ragdoll you if you get hit. Alright, let's cover the bosses now. Wave 5 drops in the Occultist. This guy moves very quickly and leaps directly onto players, so staying away from the vault is essential before he jumps right on top of it. He can also summon hands from the ground that slam down on players, as well as using his own arms to create a shockwave, or throwing a large boulder at a player. Wave 10 introduces the Elemental, who can summon all of the elemental zombies I mentioned earlier. On top of that, he has multiple large strike attacks similar to Void, on top of being able to freeze players. You need to make sure he's facing away from large groups of players to ensure his strike does minimal damage, and be careful if you're luring, as you could be frozen at any point. Wave 15 brings the return of the Catastrophe. This guy is no joke, as he can perform a much stronger version of the Occultist Leap that creates a massive shockwave upon landing. He can also summon in Dres, so watch out for those. His boulder throwing has multiple variations, either targeting the furthest player or multiple random players. At 66 and 33% HP, he will create huge shockwaves 5 times in quick succession, which is usually a death sentence for anyone trying to lower him. Watch his HP and jump accordingly. Wave 17 and 19 drop in Armageddons. These guys can throw boulders, summon infernos, and unleash a devastating beam that can insta-kill almost any tower. They also sprint and detonate upon dying. Wave 19 in particular spawns 2 of them, where the second one spawns with a group of zombies at the opposite gate in a flank maneuver. Have a few people ready to ensure good luring and keep the gates closed. Wave 20 brings in Patient Zero, sided by M and J. Killing M and J first is an absolute must. J is able to heal Patient Zero far quicker than most towers can damage it, and M can snipe towers to apply crushing debuffs to them. Patient Zero itself has many attacks. Mutant Container is a grenade that spawns either 2 floored or 2 prototypes upon landing. Mortar spawns in a floor nest around the center of the map that can summon its own enemies, dreads included. Patient's Leap, which lets it jump to any tower and create an almost map-wide shockwave, and Mutant Roar, which summons 2 lurkers and causes it to charge directly at the nearest player. Make sure that you aren't near the vault to prevent Patient's Leap and Mutant Roar from giving Patient Zero a free ticket to ending the game. Once Patient Zero dies, a fake victory screen will appear before it claws its way out of the ground to begin Phase 2. By this point, Mutant Container and Mutant Roar are disabled. Mortar is upgraded to spawn 3 floor nests, and the Gunk Shot is added, which spawns radioactive in 5 locations. Acid Rain, copied from Elemental, is thrown into the mix, as well as Poison Gas, which acts as a flamethrower. One more attack, the most dangerous, is also added, Laser Cannon. This takes a few seconds to charge, and Patient Zero will aim directly at the vault. You might have noticed, however, the 2 large turrets next to the gates that go seemingly unused. These will fire when Patient Zero uses Laser Cannon, stopping the attack entirely. However, a player will have to go and manually prime the turret before the next Laser Cannon. If the turrets aren't primed and Patient Zero uses the attack, the vault will be destroyed instantly regardless of distance, and the game will end. Keep the turrets primed, ensure the lure is good, and keep the DPS high. Do that and Patient Zero will get blasted straight back to Wave OX7. Completing Shipment will reward you with the Engineer Tower as well as multiple zombies for ZM, which include Armageddon. And that's everything! Hopefully this has given you a better understanding of Shipment and you'll do much better in the future. Next time I'll be covering the hard mode variant of Wave OX7. Until then, subscribe if you enjoy the content and leave a like to help other players find this advice too. Take care!